All right. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. We are going. We are going. So this is a test at like a lot higher bit rate. Because um because I wanted to test out. Oh, this is beta OBS 29.0, and they changed the dynamic bitrate setting. Before dynamic bitrate would lower, and it would only check like every 30 seconds, which would take forever. It would take forever. So now it checks every 4 seconds. So I'm gonna see if that helps with cutting off the ends of my videos. Okay, the other thing is, isn't this cool? Okay, obviously I got the idea. Black Lives Matter, for real. Black Lives Matter. But I got the idea of putting this in Minecraft from a guy named David Frias. He's on Twitter. He's a developer for Minecraft for Bedrock, uh, and he like a couple years ago he made like during the George Floyd protests he made like three pyramids with three beacons, and each beacon had one letter BLM. And he's like, that's my thing. He's like, that's what I'm going to do to show my support. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. Somebody's showing their support. And then some other guy, some Twitter troll came by and said, oh, that's such a bad idea. That's so lame. Well, that's such a bad idea. Uh, it's such a not good idea. Like, why did you do that? That's so bad. And then I came along and said, well, if you think you can do better, then do it, make it better, do something better than what they did. If you think that idea was done poorly, then you show everyone how it should be done. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I can do that. So I'm not trying to make better than David Frias. That's silly, you know. But I'm just saying he had a good idea, and I want to keep going with it. That's the power of ideas. It's not, it goes beyond the person who had it. So David Frias had the idea to put BLM in Minecraft and take a picture of it. and and I'm like, and it got a response from the community, which means it reaches out there and it touches people and it makes them have feelings. So if it can do that, I like expand it, keep going, right? I like the idea that of of messages that are static, that take no energy. It takes no energy to keep repeating it over and over again. I love it. I love it. All right. So this is a big test, and so far it's looking amazing. Wow. So far, but it looks really good. I'm like testing it out. I'm stressing it here as much as I can here. I mean, it's raining at night, so that's got to count for something. So here's the second iteration of my train station that I was gonna make, that I was making. In this iteration, I wanted to move away from having the target block on the left or the right. I wanted to put it in the middle. Uh, but then I wanted to I tried to keep all the circuitry up top instead of anything going underneath. I tried to keep it all up here. So that resulted in this funky piston deal. Um, where um, I keep the traditional line going out to the the uh, the lights, but right next to it I put just a bunch of pistons that come to a line over here. So it just instead of this line coming all the way out over here, it's way over there. Like it's not much of a difference. And this one feeds feeds right into the T flip flop, right into it, right into a repeater. Oh, that's funny. I guess you can't use redstone. If you use redstone, you have to put it on top and then down here. Otherwise, it won't take it. If you want to get it from the target block straight away, you need a repeater. Oh my god, in the mornings my nose are so full of snot. Here. Time, set, day, weather, clear. Let's be happy, guy. It's Black Friday. It's the day that everyone uses to get away from their family and to go like consume in the most American way possible. Like, and it's funny because Black Friday deals are not really deals. I mean, like you get coupons and it says you're saving all this money by using this coupon, but then you're buying stuff that you don't normally buy. You wouldn't buy. Like, so you end up over consuming. You don't save money, you lose money. You're wasting money. So Black Friday, like it's like fake deals, and then people like stampede each other to get these fake deals, and that's more of a sign of poverty than it is of anything. It's kind of sad. It's like, how much will you debase yourself for a deal? Like, will you wake up really early? Will you stand in line? What if the weather's freezing? What if there's like 20 people there? Like then you have to compete. Now it's like Hunger Games for these deals, quote deals, because they're not really deals. They're just old product they need to get rid of to make room for new product. So they're just offloading, and then like the deals aren't really deals at all. Like, because a lot of the times what you buy are crap. It's just like the worst of the worst. They're just getting rid of their crap. Saying that, I'm gonna go out there later on, ha 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 ha, because I'm gonna see if I can find a deal on thermal underwear. How old am I? Maybe some shorts because they're off season, so they're trying to get rid of them. Ah! So I'll be ready for summertime. Ah! All right. That's funny. All right. Let's keep on trucking here. Keep on trucking. And this one, I went back to the old method, but I tried to make it as simple as possible. No pistons, no fancy stuff, and it was really, really nice and simple. Like, look how simple it is. I just use glass, and I have it centered. And yeah, I had, instead of like having a target block under here, I had a glass block here and like go like that. I didn't even think about making it 3. And then inside here, it's like the same. But you only have like a little bit of time to hit it. Actually, it's behind it. Is this one different? It's behind these two. That's a hard target block to hit. And here it's in front of them. Ah, interesting. Keep on trucking. Ugh. That poor kitty cat's going nuts. His DNA has programmed him to go hunting at this time, but he cannot because he's already full, and I won't let him out into the world to get run over by cars. So his DNA is telling him you must go hunt and kill, but his body's saying, dude, you're full, and and the environment says no, you can't go out and there's nothing for you to attack and kill. So he's running around looking for something his DNA tells him he must go kill, and it's not there, and his body is telling him, but you're not hungry. and and yeah, so he's all messed up. Millions of years of evolution tell him go hunt and kill right now, and everything else is telling him no. And so it sucks for him. mean, I could go play with him a little bit, but I only have so much energy for that. I would like to put him outside, but I don't live in a place where I can put him outside. Like if I put him outside, he's gonna get run over by a car. Um, when was working in the office, I would go out for walks in the neighborhood, and yeah, in the neighborhood there was this one cat. He was a male cat. He was declawed, which kind of sucked for him. And I think he wore a bell, but I think he lived outside. He was like the chillest cat ever. He was super chill. He'd come by, he'd like, ask for lovin's, hang out, like rub on stuff, and then like walk away and just chill out. That was it. He was super mellow because he lived outside. Um, like my poor cat, he lives inside. He doesn't get any of that outside stimulation, and if I put him outside, he'd get run over by a car. The neighborhood where I walked by was like next to a park and next to a school. So at one end you had a school, on the other end you had a park. So like naturally there was almost no traffic, no car traffic. So the cat got to just live on the corner, just hang out, and look at the squirrels and birds. He had no claws, so he couldn't catch anything, but he was not hungry, so that guy had it made. No, and I'm like, my cat, he doesn't have it made. He wants to go kill stuff, and like I can't, like he's trapped in here. He doesn't have any stimulation. I can only give him so much. It drains me to make things alive for him to go kill. Because I increasingly have to put more and more energy into it to make it look alive to him. I don't know. I saw a video of a of a cat toy that was on like a springy cat toy. That's interesting. I might go get that because that way the bouncy part uses a lot or takes a lot of the energy out. I don't have to fling my arm as far. I just kind of flick my wrist, and the spring will do most of the motion. Listen to me, how lazy I am. I tried to get a battery powered toy that just spins whenever you touch it. Uh, they're not interested. It starts spinning and they just look at it until it stops spinning and then they walk away. So that didn't work either. Yeah, I need to make a Panama Canal type thing here. And if I did it, I would do it right here. Right through here. But really, I wonder if I should just make it into a tunnel and go underneath. That way I wouldn't have to cut this forest. Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna be cutting the forest. I'd have to like tunnel down a little bit. The deep, dark forest. The black forest. Vanessa Dow. Um, was that her name? She did poetry. I had her album, dude. I don't know what happened to it. An album of her poetry, where she just recited spoken word poetry. It was really good. I don't know what happened to it. You know what? I've moved so many times in my life. I've moved so many times. I'm so tired of moving, number one. And number two, like, it's really, really hard to hold on to stuff if you're always moving. I want to start a new survival world, man. Of course, none of this cool stuff would be here, so it, like, and I couldn't just fly around when I wanted. And I couldn't just show you all the cool stuff I made because it wouldn't be there yet. I'd have to remake it again. And do you know how long it takes to make the stuff? Not in creative. I made a lot of this stuff in survival. Like I made a lot of this in survival. Like I made that that creeper farm in survival. I mean, I finished it in creative to make it look pretty, but I made it in survival. I made that gold farm in survival. The whole thing in survival. Even down here in survival. Even in here. Well, I don't know if I made this bottom part in survival. I don't remember. Maybe I did, because yeah, I made this whole thing in survival. I designed I took elements from um Navy Nexus. He has like a bunch of different gold farm designs, and I just took elements from all of them and crammed them together to make this beautiful, beautiful storage system. It's fantastic. How long have I been going? Only 15 minutes, dude. Come on. Like the problem last time I had was that um it would buffer. It would start buffering, and then Twitch would cut it off after 30 seconds, so the ends of my videos would get cut off. Uh, if I went at 6,000 bit rate. So I'm trying that now, and like, oh, this side, I have to like, this side. Ah, okay. All right, hello, yes. So I know spitting is like a bad thing, but I have like in the privacy of my own home, I have come to love it. Here we go. Yeah. In the and you know what? I played an awesome song on my harmonica, and this microphone did not pick it up because it's like noise canceling. Damn, dude, that's harsh. It was such um a good tune. I played a good tune. And I wanted to hear it again, and I couldn't because it didn't pick it up. I was like, man, oh, that's the way it is. That's it took me a long time to build this stuff. Like I kind of want to make a new world. This is the distribution of wealth in the United States. Elon Musk is able to do what he does because Elon Musk lives up here. And money or capital translates to power. That's why Elon Musk was able to just purchase one of the best tools for communication in the world and then destroy it. I mean, he basically took the best communication tool in the world and handed it over to the Nazis. More or less. It's like his version of like Gab or Truth Social or whatever. It's like the billionaires, the rich people are trying to I don't know. It's a bad idea to let rich people concentrate wealth. Because when they're above the when private power is greater than public power, that's essentially that makes private power like a tyrant. They're able to do whatever they want because the government's not strong enough to stop them. Nothing's able, and if the government can't stop them, nothing can stop them. That's why you want rule of law to make sure because and remember the government has to represent all of us. So if one man is more powerful than all of us combined in terms of the government, that's a super big problem. Yeah, I don't like what Elon Musk is doing with Twitter. Like how, I mean, I don't like billionaires. They should be taxed like hugely until they don't exist anymore. Because this is just broken. This is not a healthy society. When one dude up here can can just control so much power, and everyone else lives down here, yeah, it's not healthy. It's not good. Do 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 ba 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 boop 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 ba ba boop 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 ba 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 boop ba 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 ba. Expenditures. Tendency for money to flow upwards. That's why the rich at the bottom have no money. As soon as they get it, they spend it, and it's gone. That's what tends to happen. In a world where wealth distribution looks like that, what happens is the people who live at the bottom, as soon as they get money, they spend it. And and then if it goes up to this guy, as soon as they get it, they spend it. But a lot of times it goes from this bottom person straight back to the top without even going in between. No going in between, because they're paying like banks, they're paying debt, they're paying some big corporation, and they're not paying their local mom and pop store. So like so basically as soon as they get it, it goes straight to the rich guy. And then what does the rich person do? They don't invest it back into the community. They take that money and give it to power. They store it for power. They concentrate wealth to create power. And that's what they do. They're at the top. All the money comes to them, and they take that money and that capital, and they turn it into power. Whoa, up here, just for them. It's just power, just for them. Not for the people, but just for this guy. And with this, he is able to dictate to everyone else what is going on. That is how we say that this guy is the ultimate subject. He believes everything below him. He feels like he is God. That everything below him will bow to his command because he's got all this power. Look at all this power he's got. Of course, things will bow to his command. Like all he has to do is say it, and people fall over themselves to make things happen. And if something isn't or doesn't listen to your commands, you can destroy it because that demonstrates power. And look at all this power he's got to use on all these people below him. That's Elon Musk right now. And I think that's awful. That's evil. This is terrible. I want to get away from this awful system. I want to move to this system where all the people are equal below the law and all the goodness from society is given to all the people and no one is left out. No one is buried. No one is ignored. We're all taken care of. That's the world I want. If you want to go off and do your own thing, like after we take care of everyone else and your own thing doesn't impinge upon the freedom of anyone else, then by all means go for it. So it's sort of like making a I need a plasma. I need something to represent plasma. Ba 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 ba. I already used glowstone. I need a different kind of like. Let's use a mushroom light, dude. A shroom light. Shroom light. There it is. Okay. So the individual has freedom. All this freedom, as much freedom as they have. All right. this person also has as much freedom as they want. So what happens when these two people with total freedom bump into each other? They both have total freedom, total agency. See, remember, like, oh man, see, I was talking about earlier about Werner Jaeger, and he was talking about how the ancient Greeks were like the first in their on their side of on their little plot. He traced how they like came up with all these ideas for the first time for themselves, like how they just came up with it. And the thing they had to do was, in order to define the individual, they had to balance it out. They had to define relationships of that individual to everything else first. So that's why, like, the whole book shows a series of how the individual is related to first. The individual is related to, um, uh, well, to society, but to the power structure, to the gods, the way man, how man relates to the gods, how man relates to the power structure, how man relates to nature, how man relates to the external world, how man relates, not man, but humans, how humans relate to the internal world, how humans relate to the external world, to like each other, to uh, all these things. They had to figure them out. And then one of the things is that, that Hesiod was all about was that he figured out there's this thing called justice, that there's a natural balance between here, that if you mess this balance up, problems will arise. Like, yeah, they didn't say much more after that because like it's kind of, they're figuring it out. But yeah, if this person, if this person with person's agency disrupts this person's agency, and then also disrupts this person's agency, and also disrupts this person's agency, like, if this one person is wrecking the freedom of all these people, like, is it really free, or has this person here taken the bound these guys to this person's desires? This person's freedom has taken over these guys' freedoms, and he's got all the, like, that's what's going on over here. This guy uses his freedom to impose upon the freedom of people with less power. That's what it's all about. Ultimately, you want everyone to have like free space to do and move about as they wish. But uh, a billionaire can't have that. They need total control. They need control. It's about control. Control. But self-control is different than external control, like coercion, uh, malicious control. This is a big test, right? Right. We all know this is a test, and none of this is gonna stick. But it's going pretty good. I put the bit rate at 6,000, and like it hasn't once done anything untoward. I think they did a good job at like doing something to make this amazing. But you know what I noticed is that I use 4B frames. I use look ahead and 4B frames. And I notice when I move, it looks blurry. It looks super blurry when I move. Not super blurry, but when I'm moving, it doesn't look nearly as sharp. And then but when I stop, things are like whoa, crystal clear. When I use no look ahead, no look ahead, when I move, it looks okay. And when I stop, it looks okay. There's no change in moving and stopping. So I figure I'd rather have it look okay moving and awesome when I stop moving than okay both moving and not moving. I don't know. I have to try it again. Maybe it'll look different with the full 6,000 because I couldn't get 6,000 before. But maybe I can only get look ahead. I can only get this bit rate because look ahead lets me compress so much. We shall see, right? This is beta. This is a beta test. This is a beta 29.0. Let's take a ride. Sure, let's go this way. Oh boy. Is there any desktop audio coming through? What's going on? Oh, that's because like sometimes this yeah, there it goes. The track doesn't pick up. You can't hear the track. How long have I been going? 30 minutes. I need longer than that. This looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong, right? I appreciate like the beautifulness. Like I think I noticed that I made a boo boo yesterday. I said bad things about Minecraft Bedrock. Like I appreciate it, right? I love how this looks. It looks really beautiful, and it's really smooth. The RTX makes it really smooth, and it looks great. It has definitely increased the quality of my stream, so I appreciate it. Uh, it would be kind of rude to say I look like Elon Musk. It'd be better to say Elon Musk looks like me because I'm the OG, right? So I appreciate the work that the Bedrock team has done. I appreciate this. Elon Ritt, no, I disagree. There's different kinds of wealth. Elon Musk may have more material wealth, but spiritually and mentally he's empty, dude. Dude's got nothing. He didn't steal any of my money. I got nothing with him. I never did Bitcoin. I never got Tesla. None of that nonsense. None of that nonsense, dude. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Elon Musk is a fool. Well, he's a fool, and he takes the money of other fools. Yeah, dude. I feel bad for people who are all into Elon Musk. He didn't steal my looks, dude. My looks change constantly. What are you saying? Like you're like trying to like steal my identity and give it to Elon Musk. No, dude, this is all me. I'm cool, dude. I'm marked. You can't steal this. Am I though, right? You say like, oh, that's the shapeshifter, but am I? Look, I never change. I'm always who I am. So this is the train station, and I'm doing a test of OBS. This is the beta, the new beta, and it's at 2900. So I'm testing out like how does it look? By the way, can you tell me? Like, give me a heads up. Does it look good on your end? Is it lagging? Am I skipping frames? Like, do you believe? To the rescue! Here I am. Want you to notice where I stand. Oh, darling, darling. I'm falling, falling. Can't you see? Why don't you believe me? Ooh. That was that. That's all right. I'm using RTX the mic too, so I got nothing. There's only so much it can do. Oh, which way do I? Let's go the other way. Oh, I missed it. I should have thought sooner, but that's okay. Oh, hey, no, this is great. What a nice loop. So I should check it out. I'm afraid that it's gonna wreck my stream, but let me go see if I can see my own stream. Oh, dude. Oh yeah, yeah. And then I do like settings, and I do no advanced. I do video stats. There we go, dude. What do you got here? Oh, I got shitloads of skipped frames. Now, because I'm doing it like this, because I'm killing my video card by having this open. Let me kill that. Sorry. Like by opening the window to see how I'm doing, I killed it. So, anyways, yeah, look at my beautiful train station. This isn't my design though. This is the design by K1 Gaming. Ken by K1 Gaming. It's a pretty cool. It's like the best design. This is like the best train station. If you're looking for like a compact train station, this is it. It's really cheap too. What's that? I don't even know what that you're saying, dude. My what? My Noel? Wholesome? I'm wholesome? Elon Musk. Ah, no, dude, that's not. He's not. I don't own Elon Musk. Elon Musk doesn't own me. What are you talking about? Ask me some questions about some stuff. Like seriously, ask me. Here. Did you see what I made over here? Let me show you what I made, dude. I'll talk to you. And let's talk. Let's talk about what I made. Come into my house. Come into my house. Look at me. Look at me. Look at my house. Look at what I made. Do you know what? Here, this is like a distillation. You're in my cave. This is like a distillation of some concepts that a lot of people need to understand in order to figure out the world and what's going on right now. People don't know what's going on right now. Now you're starting to get weird, and I like that. I like being weird. I'm making batteries, huh? That's kind of weird. What kind of batteries? So look at this. Human batteries? Are you saying I'm making human batteries? This here is a representation of the wealth distribution in the United States. Every layer, there's 5 layers. There's 5 layers. Every layer is 20% of the human population in the United States. So there's 5 layers, and you divide the layers equally. Right? Every layer is equal. 20, 40, 60, 80, and then 100. But the poorest people in the United States only have 3% of the wealth. The next 20% only have 4%. Then the middle class in the United States only has 7.2%. The top 4% only has 15%. The richest top 20% owns 80% of the wealth. But wait, of that top 20%, the top 1% owns 27%. Elon Musk lives up here. This is where Elon Musk lives. What I want to do is to take all this money and give it to the people who live down here. To give it to all these people down here who live underground. You don't even see them because they're so poor. They live under here, and Elon Musk is the guy at the top here. But I want to take all this money from Elon Musk and give it to the people down here at the bottom. Because you see, like this pyramid here is the same pyramid as right here. It's the same thing as right here. What I want to do is use the power of liberty and justice. Take the power of liberty and justice, and I want to lift them up before truth, before the observer of truth. Truth is observing, right? Truth is observing. I'm going to lift them up. For real, not faking, because truth is watching. Truth is the observer, right? If truth wasn't observing, then it wouldn't happen. And what does this do to the pyramid? What does this do to that awful, awful pyramid of wealth that gives Elon Musk all the money and in turn gives Elon Musk all the power? What does that do? That takes all the money that flows up to Elon Musk, right? Because what happens? Poor people spend money. That's what happens. That's what you need to do if you're poor. There's always something you need to spend money on or something you've been neglecting if you're poor. So as soon as you get money, you spend it. That's what happens. Money flows up. That's what happens. So it's going up. It's going up to the top 1% who have all the money, right? Damn them. Damn them. But me, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I want to take that money at the top 1% and I want to grab it and I want to shove it back down to the bottom, back down here to these people down here who really, 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 really need it. And there's lots of them. Look how many there are. There's lots of people who really need the money. Elon Musk does not need that money. Look at all the power he has. So how do I do that? How do I take the money that poor people spend that's going up to Elon Musk that he turns into power? How do I take care of that? Well, I do it through progressive taxation. The more money you have, the bigger taxes you pay. And I don't want a cap on like how much rich people can pay. I want billionaires to pay like lots and lots and lots, millions and millions and millions of dollars in taxes. Because what happens to that money that you take out of the away from billionaires? Where does it go? It goes over to here. You take that money that you that you tax from the rich, from the billionaires, and you shove it back down. How do you shove money back down? Through socialized wealth. You socialize the wealth. How do you socialize wealth? Socialized wealth is wealth that you cannot steal. No one individual person can steal it. So the way you socialize wealth is you give everyone a benefit, like healthcare. Donald Trump is definitely my enemy. So if everyone has healthcare, if everyone has universal healthcare, if there's Medicare for everyone, you can't steal that. And then everyone's healthy. Right? Everyone has healthcare. How awesome would our society be if everyone had healthcare and everyone were taken care of? What if everyone got to go to college for free or to a trade school for free? They didn't have to pay money. What if they went for free? That would be awesome. That would be great. Like, what if we had like really good infrastructure and we built fiber optic cable out to rural communities and it was municipal. It was community owned. Wouldn't that be great? Dude, Donald Trump is a traitor, and he's the enemy of the United States. Like I can tell you all about him later on. But first we're talking about this. And then what's another way of giving money to poor people? Direct cash payments. You just give money to poor people. Just give money to poor people. If you do that, then it shoves money back down to the poorest people. And eventually over time you're going to transform society and you're going to take power away from the people or from Elon Musk and you're going to give it to the people at the bottom. And you're going to transform society to look like this, where society is helping everyone and everyone is equal before the law. Over here, there are some people who are above the law and other people who are below the law, who are never protected by the law. Yes, I want to give universal basic income? Yes, you're correct. I want to give everyone $2,000. Everyone gets $2,000. Everybody gets $2,000. And up here, if you make like more than a certain amount of money, you get taxed back that money. So that way the only people who actually use the money are poor people. If you're rich and you get $2,000, you're going to get taxed anyways, and it's going to come back. Don't worry about it. It's going to flow back in. But if you're poor, it's going to help you out a lot, and then you won't get taxed for it because you're already poor. Do you know how you lower medical bills? You socialize healthcare. Medicare for everyone is cheaper than what we're doing right now. It's cheaper to give everyone Medicare for everyone than it is to have private insurance right now. Because now our hospitals are closing. In those states that did not expand Medicare, all their rural hospitals are closing. So the poor rural people no longer have a hospital anymore. They have to go to the city to get any kind of medical care. It sucks for them. In the states that did expand Medicare, federal funding for Medicare, rural hospitals were able to stay open and serve their rural communities. That's the way to go. Every other country on the face of the planet has already figured out that socialized healthcare, Medicare for everyone, is the way to go. It's the cheapest way to do it. That will lower your medical bills. If, by letting Medicare, the government, negotiate drug costs, that will lower medical costs. That will lower medical bills. See, all of these ideas are the exact opposite of what Elon Musk and Donald Trump and Republicans want to do. What Elon Musk and Donald Trump and Republicans want to do is to concentrate the wealth, concentrate the power at the top. Hey, what's up, Amy Mortez? No, see, so you say that a problem is that if poor people get more money, they get taxed more. No, guy, no. Only if you're rich do you get taxed. Only if you make a lot of money. If you don't make a certain amount of money, you're not going to get taxed. There's a floor. There's a floor that you don't get taxed. So, yeah, that way the money never gets taken from poor people. It only gets taken from the very, very, very rich people. Because we want to move away from this. This is bad. This situation is bad. All the money flows up to Elon Musk. Elon Musk turns that extra money that he doesn't need into power that he uses to control everyone below him. He's like, I am at the top. All the money flows to Elon Musk, who turns it into power that he uses that power to push down on everyone else. This is a terrible way of doing it. Hey, Amy Mortez, I would not be interested in the custom design, but thank you for the offer. What I want to do is to transfer that wealth back down to the poor people, to transform this pyramid into a situation where everyone is equal. No one is below the earth. No one is above anyone else. We're all equal. And we all receive the benefits of society equally, where everyone is taken care of. And if you want to be a painter, you can be a painter. If you want to be an engineer, you can be an engineer. If you want to wear a dress, you can wear a dress. If you want to wear high heels, you can wear high heels. I don't care. If you want to wear pants, wear pants. I don't care. Your freedom can go as far as it doesn't interfere with anyone else's freedom, because we are all equal. But if you live with Elon Musk this way, oh no, they have a very, very rigid system that you must adhere to, otherwise they will push you below, they will push you down. Yeah, dude, I have an entirely different I have the exact opposite consciousness of Elon Musk. If Elon Musk were to ever feel and believe the way I feel and believe, he would explode. He would have to give away all his money. He would have to. He would have to. So in other words, he can never, ever, ever understand what I understand. He can never understand what you understand. I don't want to run for president. I don't want to be president. Are you crazy? No way. That's super hard. That's a hard job. No way. You're nuts. I'm explaining the way things are, and I want people to understand. And the thing is that The thing is that what makes me different from Elon Musk is that I'm able to talk to you and you're able to listen to me and be like, yeah, that's right. Because we're not different, guy. We're not different. We share the same relationship. We have the same relationship to the material world. We have the same thing. All of us do. We all do. So, like, all I'm doing is telling you what you already know. You already know all these things implicitly because of your material relationship to the world, which dictates everything else. Okay, number one, I don't enslave them. They're my creations, and they're not even conscious. All they do is stand there. They're just standing there. And they collect slimes because otherwise there'd be too many slimes here, and I would always be fighting slimes. In this way, I can like stand over here, and the slimes will spawn over there, and they leave me alone. I'm not hurting them. They're not like they're there to be a model. They're not enslaved. They're models. They're like, hey, look at me, slime. Look at me, slime. I'm a golem, and the slime's like, oh, I must attack. So actually, that's an idea. That's a model. Did you ever hear of a honeypot? Do you know what a honeypot is? I mean, everyone knows a honeypot is a pot full of honey. Mmm. And Pooh Bears, they love honeypots. They love honeypots. So Pooh Bears will do whatever they can to get the honeypot. Okay. But another idea of a honeypot is a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's you put something there that's very, very appealing because you know that someone will come to get that thing and ignore everything around it. So in a way, you disguise everything around it by putting the honey trap. The obvious thing. It's obvious. So everyone goes to it because it's obvious. And by going to it, you ignore all the stuff around it. So it's a trap. So this guy here is a honeypot. He looks appealing, and so all the slimes come to attack him, but it's actually a trap and they die. You can look at Twitter trolls like that. A Twitter troll will make a post that's appealing to a certain group of people, and they will attack it and then kill themselves by attacking it. Well, expose themselves. So, yeah, dude, I'm the opposite of Elon Musk. Elon Musk does not like me. He doesn't even know I exist. He can't even see me. How could he know anything about me? What I mean by that, yeah, I need to specify that. What I mean by that is that they will just like the way a slime will come and like try to attack the golem, and by doing it, it hurts itself on the post, and then it dies, and it leaves its balls here. A Twitter poster will post a meme that attracts only a certain kind of people. Only a certain kind. Everyone else will ignore it. They don't care, right? They're like, yeah, whatever. That's a stupid meme. That's a stupid post. But a certain people will see it and be like, ah, I'm so angry. I'm so angry. And they will come and they will attack the post, attacking the post. But what they're really doing, as they're showing, is who they are. So if I post a meme making fun of Elon Musk, I'm like, ha ha ha, Elon Musk is a fool. Look at Elon Musk. He's a fool. All his fanboys will come out and say, no, Elon Musk is the best. Elon Musk is the best. And I'll stand there going, ha ha ha, you're an Elon Musk fanboy. Look at you. Ha 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 ha. And then then I block them. So it's the same thing, dude. Minecraft, I love Minecraft. Minecraft, you can do everything with it. It's amazing. You can make like connections. That's what I mean. Everything in the world is relationships. That's the level of consciousness humans have to come to, the next level. That's the next step. When humans understand that everything is relationships. Yeah, man, yeah. What else do I got here? Um, yeah, do you know of, I mean, I don't know if you're American or not, but yeah, that's American stuff. Never mind. I'm gonna go over here. Oh, you are American. So, okay, have you heard about the what Inflation Reduction Act? Do you know about the Inflation Reduction Act, the bill that was passed? Okay, okay. Do you remember the history of how we got the Inflation Reduction Act? It's a long history, man. It's a super long history. I can do it real quick here because I made a model, so I can do it real quick. See, that's why I like Minecraft. I can make models that explain things quickly. So think of the Inflation Reduction Act, that whole thing, like a time cube. Do you know a time cube? A time cube. What I mean is that time history rhymes. It doesn't really repeat. History rhymes. So if you know the rhyme, you can see where it's going. So let me show you how the song starts. Well, back in the 1950s, no, I can't rap it, but 1950s to the 1970s, it took 20 years for Canada to come up with their idea and pass all the laws to get socialized healthcare, Medicare for everyone in Canada. It took them 20 years of work to get there. That took a long time. So in 1990s, who is president? Bill Clinton. And then who's his wife? Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton, young, idealistic, bright. She had some good ideas. And one of her ideas was like, you know what? Look at Canada. Canada's already got their healthcare set up. Why don't we have healthcare set up? So Hillary comes up with this idea called Hillary Care. And Hillary Care, um, which turns out to be the Healthcare Security Act. So what she wants to do is put a cap on how much insurance companies can charge the people below them. And Heritage Foundation, which is a right-wing insurance, a right-wing group, said, no, we don't like Hillary Care. How about this instead? How about the government pays insurance companies to cover everybody? Hillary says, let's cap what insurance companies can charge the people. The right-wing people say, no. Let's have the government pay insurance companies. And then everything dies. Nothing happens. Nothing happens in 1990s, right? That's 1990s. Twist the time cube. Now, we're in 2008. Barack Obama is president, and the Democrats have the House and the Senate. So they're talking about passing healthcare again. They want to do healthcare again. So Bernie Sanders comes up with this idea called universal healthcare. It's basically like Hillary Care, but it's Bernie Sanders Care. And he wants to do universal healthcare. Let's give healthcare to everyone. Just give healthcare to everyone. All right. Bernie Sanders. All right. The moderate Dems, they say, well, how about we do a public option where you can choose private insurance or you can choose Medicare. Let's do that one. And then the right-wing people come out and say, no, 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 no. Joe Lieberman, he's a right-winger guy. He says, no, 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 no. Let's do this thing called Obamacare. And what is Obamacare? Obamacare is the same plan that was over here. The same plan, the right-wing plan over here. The Heritage Foundation plan. And what's that called? That's called Romney Care. What they do in Massachusetts. And what do they do in Massachusetts? They have the government pay insurance companies to give everyone health care. So there's a big fight in the early 2000s, 2010. There's a big fight. No one wants. There's only Bernie Sanders. He's only one person, so he loses. And the public option is good, but Joe Lieberman doesn't like it, so it dies. So they end up passing Heritage Foundation, the Republican healthcare plan. The Republican healthcare plan over here, that was the counter offer to the Democrat plan, Hillary Care. So it's a Republican plan that was run by Romney in Massachusetts and then pushed by Joe Lieberman, who is an independent guy who serves insurance companies in Massachusetts. And so we end up having Obamacare. Like, it sucks because the Republicans had more power. Okay, twist the time cube. Now we're in 2020. Okay, Bernie Sanders says let's do an. Yeah, if the government pays insurance companies, it doesn't really lower the healthcare costs. All it does is it transfers private money to private insurers. The private insurers is a middleman. They don't actually do anything. They don't do anything. It's a stupid idea. It's a stupid idea. This idea, Heritage Foundation plan, this idea, Romney Care, this idea, Obamacare, it's a stupid idea. It's stupid to take taxpayer money and give it to insurance companies and say, now you have to cover everyone. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's why I'm so angry. What we should have did, was Hillary Care, which is cap. You cap the amount insurance companies have to pay or have to charge, because insurance companies don't add anything. They don't add anything. They don't do anything. They're parasites. They're terrible. That's why the Republican counteroffer, instead of capping insurance companies, they wanted to give money to insurance companies from the government. That's why that's why it was the counteroffer. And here's what we want to do. We want to do socialized medicine, but it's not easy. It took Canada 20 years. It's hard to do this. So when we did the Obamacare thing, Bernie Sanders wanted to do socialized medicine. That's what he wanted to do. But he got talked out. No way. And Hillary Care was the public option. Sure, you can have your private insurance, but let's make it a way for poor people or for anyone to have public Medicare for everyone. That's what they wanted, right? But no, the independent Joe Lieberman, who's actually a Republican, said, hey guys, let's do Romney Care. And Romney Care is actually Heritage Foundation Care, which is from way back over here. That's what I mean when I say twist the time cube. It's the same thing, just twisted. So this is what we have now. Okay, now we're in 2020. And over here, Bernie Sanders said we need infrastructure. We need $6 trillion. Okay, in committee, he's the chair of the budget committee. So Bernie Sanders says this is what we need. So out of committee, what they come up with, instead of 6 trillion, they come up with 6.5 trillion. But Manchin and Sinema, they're Republicans. They say, no. How about we do 1 trillion? And then the GOP say, hey guys, how about we do $650 billion? So months and months and months go by. And Bernie Sanders, they give up this one and they say, okay, let's do the Manchin deal. Let's do the Manchin deal. And then what happens? Manchin walks away. Manchin says, no, I changed my mind. And then Manchin comes back later and says, how about we do the Republican offer? And he says, no, I changed my mind. So the best they can do is the Manchin-Schumer Inflation Reduction Act, which is only $300 billion. It's hardly anything. This is what we need. This is what we got because Republicans. It's the same thing. This is what we need, universal health care, Medicare for everyone. This is what we got because Republicans. Yes, Republicans are white supremacists. So if you understand Republicans are white supremacists, you have to understand that the Civil War never really ended. It didn't really end. It ended. It stopped being a hot war. It stopped being a hot war and became a cold war. It's a cold war. The Confederates are still in power, are still around. They're still fighting their war. They're still trying to overthrow the government. They're still trying to stop the United States. White supremacists, Confederates, they don't believe in multiracial democracy. Americans, Democrats, they believe in multiracial democracy. The key is multiracial democracy. Yes, basically fuck the Republicans. I mean, just look at it, right? Republicans are friends with white supremacists, Nazis, all the bad, Elon Musk, all the bad people are with the Republicans. Yeah, dude, it's all you gotta do is look at the time cube. If you look at this time cube, it becomes really clear. This is the society that Republicans want. So remember what happened. Do you understand what happened at the Civil War? The Civil War happened because Southern states did not want to give up slavery. All the Southern states, all the Confederate states, literally wrote letters explaining we are going to war because we really want slavery. Every single one of them wrote letters. That's why we can go back in history and look at them and say, look at these motherfuckers. Look what they did. They went to war for slavery. Fuck these guys. And then what do? They fucking they fired upon Fort Sumter and forced a U.S. federal fort to give up and surrender to the Confederate states. And the Confederates were all fighting for slavery. They all were fighting. And so they fought, right? Until the point where the Union forces defeated the Confederate army. So the Union literally occupied with forces, with federal troops, all of the states of the Confederates. But as they were occupied, they were under constant attack by partisans, by guerrilla warfare people attacking the federal forces, always under attack. So Lincoln is the president, right? Lincoln's the president, and he's the president. And then what happens is John Wilkes Booth comes along and kills and assassinates Lincoln. Who's the guy that takes the presidency after Lincoln? His name is Andrew. Hey, hello, Ava Watson. I am doing well, thank you. I'm having a great day. Who is the person that becomes president after Lincoln? The vice president his name is Andrew Johnson. Andrew Johnson is very, very, very sympathetic to the South, to the Confederates. So he stops all of the reforms of the Union to stop the Confederacy. He keeps the Confederate power structure in place. He lets all the Confederates back into the U.S. government. That's why. So the Americans might have defeated. I have a Twitter. My Twitter is twitter.com/Pogo. Well, here. Pogo Kero. Twitter. Damn it, I can't type anymore. Thank you. So once the Confederates are back into government, they have a different idea. They want white supremacy. They want a power structure that looks like this, where all the wealth is taken from the bottom and concentrated at the top. The Unionists, they have a different idea. They want multiracial democracy. They want to take power and spread it out and give it amongst all the people. They want democracy, and and white supremacists want fascism. So yeah, we're still in this battle. So you can see over here, they're trying to give good things to the people. They're trying to socialize the wealth by giving everyone health care, by shoving the money back down here. But Republicans are trying to stop it because they want to concentrate the wealth at the top to transform it into power to push everyone else below them down. This is the story of what's going on, guys. Republicans stand for white supremacy. So yeah, I really like Minecraft because it gives me a model. It lets me like make models. I can make models for days. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that guy is gonna like. I'm not sure, but it's possible that they're gonna target me to kick me off of Twitter, because that's what they've been doing lately. Is a lot of people, the Nazis that since Elon Musk is on Twitter now, they've been targeting people critical of fascism. No, Ava Watson, I am not interested in overlays or graphics or badges, but thank you very much for the offer. So how long have I been going? Over an hour. That's great. So I get to yeah, you take that money. Nah, that's cool, dude. It's all right. Like people are trying to make money. That's all. Like everyone's trying to like. That's the hustle. It's the hustle. So basically, I want to take money away from. I want to take money away from rich people. Yeah, thank you, Ava. I want to take money away from the rich people and give it back to poor people. That's what it means by refund the community. To take money from the rich people and give it to the poor people. Because if you defund the police and refund the community, that will demonstrate that Black Lives Matter. That's how you do it. You defund the police and refund the community. And you spread love to everyone. Everyone has love. Trans people deserve love and safety here in America and around the world. Ah, yes. What is the problem, sir? Tell me. I would like a dialogue. That's how you work things out, is by dialogue. I'm gonna see if I have more coffee, and if not, I need to make it. So I'm gonna hear your question, then I'm gonna go get my coffee and talk to you. But what's your question, or what's your problem? There is all this love for everyone, but in the future, it will create black supremacists and could potentially make white people American enemies. Okay, that's something called uh false equivalence. That's a fallacy called false equivalence. That's the belief that just because there's one thing, the other thing is also the same thing. That if the tables were turned, they do the same thing to me. But that's not true. That's a lie that white supremacists tell themselves in order to justify their behavior. White supremacists white supremacists say, "Yes, I'm bad to black people, but only because if the tables were turned, they would be bad to me." But that's not true. That's not true at all. That's just because you're a fascist doesn't mean everyone else is a fascist too. Like 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 not every not, see like it comes back to this idea um that I that I have over here. Remember, white supremacists, like, do you know that okay, white supremacists white supremacists have a particular idea of the way society should be shaped. A white supremacist believes that certain people should be at the top and other people should be at the bottom. That's what they believe. And they believe that the government should be made that the people at the top are above the law. They are never subject to the law. They're above the law. But everyone below the law, everyone down here, they are never protected by the law. They have to follow the law, but anyone up there can hurt them, and they can't say, "Oh, protect." That's against the law. They can never do it because. So think of this as an enslaved human being in the South. In the Confederacy, if you are an enslaved human being, a person up here who's above the law, they can hurt you, they can rape you, they can take your stuff, they can kill you, they can chop your arm off, they can take your eye away, they can take your ear away, they can sell your children, they can do whatever they want to you. The law will never protect you. But if you defend yourself against that person, then the law will attack you. Uh, yeah, Ava, if you like follow me on Twitter, I will hook you up and stuff. Okay, but this is their idea. This is why we're not compatible. That's why white supremacists, the Confederacy, and the Union cannot live together because they have two different ideas. This is the idea of the white supremacists. In contrast, this is the idea with a society with justice. In contrast, the law is above everyone. Everyone is equal before the law. It doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're gay, if you're straight, if you're trans, if you're not trans. I don't know whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim, if you're atheist, if you're Buddhist, if you're Jewish, if you're Catholic, if you're Christian. It doesn't matter. Everyone is equal before the law. Whereas over here, it depends. If you're a certain person, you're above the law. If you're a certain person, you're below the law. Do you see? These are not compatible. They can't live together. In order to have this, structure, you must have this kind of distribution of wealth. You must have the rich people have everything and the poor people have nothing to have this structure. To have this structure, you must transfer the wealth from the top back down the bottom. You have to. And in order to do that, you have to give proof to liberty and justice. You have to give proof. It has to be true. You can't just lie about it. You can't just talk about it but not actually do it. You have to actually do it. If you actually do it, you can start transferring wealth from the rich people down to the poor people and create this kind of society. That's why white supremacists are at war with the Americans. That's why. They want this and we want this. And right now we can see that black people are not treated equally before the law. In fact, we saw it in Uvalde that the only thing the police were interested in were keeping themselves safe. And after all the kids are dead, that's when they decided to go in. So the police are not there to protect you or me. They don't have any duty to protect you or me. If they have no duty to protect you or me, what are they there for? They're there to be used against you and me. That's the only reason why they're there, to be used against you and me. That money would be better spent, put it back into the community through community programs that help mental health care, because there's a lot of people who need help with their meds. There's a lot of homeless people. There's a lot of people that could use a community center. All that money that goes to the police to be used against you should be poured in the community to be used to help you. And when you do that, you prove that Black Lives Matter. It's easy. It's easy. Who are the people who oppose to that? Republicans. All right. I hope I explained things. This is a long ass test of this beta of this bit rate. I hope it works out. I'm gonna go test it. I'm gonna go watch and see if it worked out. I mean, it looks good from here. Looks damn good. This is the B frames on, so I gotta see what happens. All right, senor. No one's talking. I think no one's watching, and I think I'm good with my test. So until next time, I will check you out. Peace. Pagokiro out. Stop.